There's this bizarre lawsuit against Lizzo. Now, I confess, when I first saw this, guys, I was like, well, she's very famous. She's probably very rich. And that makes her a target. So I don't necessarily believe the 3 dancers who came forward to say she created a hostile work environment. Because I'm going to be honest, their allegations sounded like weak sauce to me. I mean, the one is like, I had this feeling that she was upset about me gaining weight. I had this feeling. In fact, I'll play that soundbite for you. It's SOT 22.
I just had this feeling that they had a problem with the way I was gaining weight. She proceeded to say, you know, dancers get fired for gaining weight. You should basically be grateful to be here.
So, okay, that's true. The fact that Lizzo is morbidly obese doesn't change that reality for dancers who are in the professional industry. I don't think that's hostile work environment. But now, since these 3 filed the lawsuit claiming Lizzo created a hostile work environment, more and more people are coming forward. It's like something like six more who have come forward to say, no, she's a bully. She's nasty. It is a hostile work environment. And not just that, but the current strain, these are allegations which she's denying. The current strain is basically saying that she is really inappropriate sexually, Peter. That she's like, she can't stop talking about sex and sexual body parts and like something having to do with going to Amsterdam and doing something with a banana out of one's, lady parts that should not be done, and her making a dancer touch the banana or touch I'm not sure exactly, but something X-rated, not even R, and that indeed could be a hostile work environment.
Yeah, there's a lot of banana talk, a lot of different Amsterdam bar talk, and I think one of the big questions is, what is work and what is not? What is required? What is the scope of work? What is she making business decisions on? What are their positive or negative employment actions based on? And can they center it around the claims and charges that they've made? But in any situation like this, the more former employees that come forward and have the same allegations, the worse it is for Lizzo.
Viva, the one gal is saying that that she made them go to this performance in Amsterdam with the bananas. I guess people eat the bananas at places that were not meant to have edible bananas. And that Lizzo basically made her, this backup dancer, Ariana Davis, interact with the dancer. Here's the soundbite, 23.
I briefly touched the performer. I was very mortified. Everyone burst into laughter. I did not ask for it. I said no multiple times.
And then, with one other soundbite, Lizzo is apparently on camera from earlier, prior to their alleged trip to Amsterdam, doing this to the backup dancer, saying how badly she wanted to go to the banana bar. And listen to this classy lady talk about her desires. This is Lizzo.
But I'm trying to go to the show where you eat the banana out the pussy. Which one is that?
This is the banana bar.
Well, that's the banana bar?
Yeah, you
and
wear
they
the
have the banana
bar.
in the coochie?
And ping pong balls.
And you have to go.
Yes. And
That's what I want to do.
Then you have to eat it.
I need my potassium, if you know what I'm saying. My potassium.
Such a role model.
I threw up in my mouth a little bit as we were listening to that. If it looked like I was laughing earlier, Megyn, this is the stuff of nightmares. Okay, like the idea of, first of all, I don't know who puts a banana there in the first place, because that could lead to infection, unless my mother lied to me growing up. And who eats it up? But then the other one, catching the projectile dildos is that were being launched from cavities. It's the stuff of nightmares. I mean, literally, especially from a germaphobe, that's the stuff of nightmares. The only question here, and it's going to be the one that some people are going to ask and the judgment that some people are going to come to, work for a degenerate and expect degenerate work conditions, or expect to have to descend into debauchery if you're working for Lizzo. And then, some people raise the same argument with, I think wrongly, with Weinstein. If you want to work with someone who does certain things and then certain things happen, well, you'll be a little bit harder to place the blame on the devil you're working with under the conditions that that he or she imposes. Lizzo is a I say this non-judgmentally, is a degenerate. It's clear from the lyrics. It's clear from the lifestyle. Anybody wants to go work for Lizzo, the question's going to be, you either go out and fraternize with degenerates in the red light district of Amsterdam, or you don't, and you get on the outs and you go find another job and maybe go work for, a country singer and not a hip hop singer who talks about
What
But,
about that,
yeah,
Peter? It's not like they thought they were working for Margaret Thatcher, okay? Like
Well, I
assumption
think
of the
one of
risk.
the big issues, one of the big issues is some of the interviews they did after this and how they still loved it. They wanted to work for her. It was a great work environment. They appreciated her. She's, the best. And all of that's going to be evidence. That's going to come in evidence as the plaintiff's own statements about the working conditions after these events happened at the bar. So I think that's a big part of this case as well. I believe you mentioned it off the top, Megyn, about are they opportunists or is this a legitimate, unsafe, and terrible work environment for them?
They're basically saying that the ones like, I quit because I was indignant over the way she was treating others. And the other two who are suing, I think, were fired by Lizzo or got forced out. And so she's going to argue sour grapes on at least those two. I got rid of you, and then suddenly, you're all mad at me, and you're claiming. But they're the other, caveat I have on the allegations, Viva, is I don't know if you saw this, but it's turned into a racial thing. The plaintiffs, I think, are Black, and yet what they're saying is, hold on, I pulled it. Lizzo's team, which the suit claims consisted entirely of white Europeans, allegedly accused the Black members of the dance team of being lazy, unprofessional, and having bad attitudes. You see, and what this woman, Williams, she's one of the plaintiffs, alleges is that Lizzo was, quote, enabling and enforcing a racist system by letting her entirely white management team have the deciding factor, quoting here, on how we were handled. She was always siding with them. So it's one of those things where, quote, the oppressed then becomes the oppressor where whenever they get the power to do so. I mean, could you really? You should have stopped at the banana stuff.
Well, no, I think the other allegations about the hostile, toxic work environment actually might be better evidence than the nasty after party in Amsterdam, where some people could rightly come to the conclusion, if you didn't want to do it, just stay in your hotel. And if you think you're going to get fired for that, okay, but don't go and then do it and then say, I regret having done it and I feel humiliated. The rest
It's
of
true.
the toxic...
Wait, can I just say 1 second on that? That is such a good point. It's not like she took them to like La Cage aux Folles or like Moulin Rouge, where you expect it to be a little racy, but you don't expect bananas out of the coochie, as Lizzo so eloquently put it. But you go to a place in the red light district of Amsterdam where they're known for doing this. Pardon our, questions about whether you're really shocked and horrified about what happens there.
Megyn, I once, by my own naivety, ended up in Amsterdam, and I was staying at a hostel called the Flying Pig. It was in the red light district. I left. I mean, I went back home a day after, because I got nothing to do. I don't do drugs, and I'm not going to see any of this. So you get down there and you partake in the festivities. You go to the banana bar. Okay. We can set that aside. It's disgusting. It's degenerate, but people are into that. Good for them if they're adults and consenting. The rest of the toxic work environment, I think, has almost a stronger argument where it sounds very much like a Whiplash, the movie type environment, where they are being mistreated, they are being abused, they are being sort of berated. They're being, and they're going to say, well, it's a tough work environment. If you don't want it, don't come. That argument will always be there. But in terms of the psychological harassment, the mocking, the public berating, I don't care who you are, you're going to be governed by certain laws of employment. And I'm not prejudging this case. From the allegations, it really sounds like Lizzo and team have run afoul of standard.
It sounds like she's a mean bully. I mean, the irony of Lizzo cracking down on the dancers because of their weight is readily apparent to anybody paying attention. Please look at the mirror. Do you see those dark spots? You don't have to live like this, but they're not going to go away on their own. Introducing the Dark Spot Corrector from Genucel, perfect for summer. The Dark Spot Corrector, with not one but 3 cutting-edge ingredients, goes to work fast to target sunspots, dark spots, liver spots, and even old discoloration, both on your face and hands. Enjoy your summer sun, beach, and barbecues without those embarrassing, pesky spots. With Genucel, you will see the results or you will get your money back. No questions asked. Go to Genucel.com right now. Get your dark spot corrector with the new Genucel Most Popular Package and say goodbye to those pesky spots tomorrow. And if you're not blown away with the results, get 100% of your money back. No questions asked. Visit Genucel.com/MK60 right now for these amazing summer essentials and save over 70% off Genucel's Most Popular Package. Don't wait. Order JennyCell's most popular package right now. Free shipping, free returns, and the best luxury skincare you've ever used. All at 70% off at jennycell.com/MK60. GENUCEL.com/MK60. All orders include a mystery luxury gift while supplies last. jennycell.com/MK60. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.